So this lesson is the outgoing key shifted tone play.
Yeah.
I love it, Angelo.
Thank you.
I mean, there's so many things there that are building on what we've seen before. But the big thing here was that whoa moment in the middle where you changed the key, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times.
Yes.
Very obviously, stepping the key down 4 notes.
These 2 tracks, even though they're of a similar style, they both have horns, the keys are different, and if I was to beat match them, they would have been completely clashing. Let me talk you through how I came across this one. So if I go back to the original key of Bingo Players, I assigned cue points to all the notes that were different, and I realized there's only 4 notes. So that's what I had to play with. I just spent some time trying to make a melody, a known melody, something I might recognize, something other people might recognize. And eventually I came across this.
And that was just luck, I guess.
That was luck. And
how lucky to find that 4 notes are the same 4 notes.
yeah, and I guess also a lot of EDM tracks have simple melodies.
When you say you came across that, at this point in planning the mix, you hadn't thought to play Papa's Got a Brand New Pig Bag in this mix.
I didn't know what I was going to play after this, but I knew there's an opportunity for a tone play here. I've got 4 notes. There's got to be another melody made up of these 4 notes that exists in the world. And I was hoping it would be something of a similar style, something of a similar tempo, a similar key if preferable. So the track is a song I remember, I think it was Perfecto All-Star.
It was Paul Oakenfold
who did the original,
yeah.
But I realized it was really fast. It's like way over 130 BPM. And as I was Googling Papa's Got a Brand New Pig Bag, I came across a different version, a more current cover of that, which is by the Miami Rockets. Okay, so try to remember that melody.
You see, now it sounds totally different. This is much higher.
Sounds a lot higher, right? But without hearing that, I wouldn't have known. So that's when I realized I've got the right melody, but it's in the wrong key. And because we have tools like key shifting, I knew that it would be possible to play that correctly just by shifting the key.
Wow. I guess you experimented with 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, finally found it at 4 notes down.
Yeah.
So now you know. Let's go down 4 notes and have a listen to. And this one again. Bingo, players. So yeah, there we go, we're in.
And if you play them together, that's a good way to make sure you got it right. So yeah, so that's when
You must have got tingles in your arms at that point.
I knew I'd find a good one, and I'd had to go down 4 keys. It's a nice number in music. I knew I had to do it, to the beat 4 times before I started it.
So at this point, what happened next in your thinking to come up with this?
I needed to make sure that the first note was in a position for me to access. So I added a loop to the first note because I didn't want the track to continue past this point, so that I could start the melody.
Okay, so you basically locked the melody at the note you wanted to start on.
It's in a specific position, kind of halfway through. So without that loop, it would have carried on, and I wanted the crowd to hear that note falling into place for me to be able to into the melody.
The thing I picked up on there the second time round was when that loop kicked in. That loop kicked in a bar before you wanted to start playing the melody.
And people. I also gave the crowd long enough to hear the original horn melody of Bingo Players, before the loop kicked in, and I gave the crowd enough time to hear the loop as well, to understand what's happening, that I'm changing the music, I'm changing how it's sounding with my hands.
And as far as the key thing goes, it's worth pointing out again that the key didn't matter at the beginning of this transition because this was keyless,
we have keyless
just drums.
Yeah.
It was only when
over anything, it's not going to clash.
Yeah, it was only when the music kicked in here that you needed to make sure you were in the right key, and what an original way of doing it. So what are people going to find difficult? Any advice for people practicing this?
Preparation is key with anything like this. Pitch plays, tone plays, they all rely on having cue points in the right place. And of course, knowing the melody you're going to play. That has to be programmed in your brain, into your memory, and ready to go when the time's right. The loop, of course, is key in this.
So it was a saved loop that was triggering itself when we got to it.
I know that I have a trick with this track, so every time I load it, I know there's things I need to do to make this work. One of them is arming the loop, and then the last one is to shift the key down by 4.
So a complicated one, but one that I think is well worth trying to master, because I certainly can't wait to...
Feels good when you get it right.
I can't wait to have a go at that one.